This video is brought to you by patreon.com/worsttake. Get access to exclusive live streams and Discord servers, on-screen shoutouts, and early access to some videos when you join now. Help make sure that we can continue to make content like this by supporting the Patreon. Links are in the description down below. We're still waiting on Aaron Rodgers to get traded to the Jets. Is it possible that this could be a setup? Is there a lick in play here, Colb?
What you talking about? It's gonna get done. It's gonna get done. It has to get done. The Jets don't even have any leverage at this point. Like, there's no other option. You gotta get them at this point. What else can you do? Go back to Zach Wilson?
Well, that's the Jets, but the Green Bay Packers could easily go. Well, guess we're not making that deal with you, buddy. Let's hear what Microphone thinks the biggest heist in NFL history could be.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? Mic check 1
check
2
1
1
2
2.
1 2.
What's going on, everybody? The Aaron Rodgers situation has gotten very interesting. I mean, typically in a scenario where you see a player who is clearly being moved on from, which in this case, that's the situation that Aaron Rodgers is in. The Green Bay Packers want to put Jordan Love under center next season because he's going into his 4th year in the NFL and his rookie contract is about to expire. So it's about time.
Hey, real talk. Did you forget Jordan Love was still on his rookie deal? Because I did.
No, he's still on his rookie deal?
Yeah.
I feel like Jordan Love been in the league for like 8 years, bro.
It feels like forever.
I can't believe he's still.
Aaron Rodgers won. He got drafted, and Aaron Rodgers won 2 MVPs.
Dog, how do you... The Packers are hilarious, bro.
I forgot Jordan Love still was on his rookie deal. I thought they gave him like a year extension or something like that. I didn't know he was still
only on his 4th year.
They could pick up his 5th-year option.
They might have to.
Time to figure out whether or not he's the answer under center, so it makes a lot of sense. Whenever you see a player like Aaron Rodgers in the situation that he's in, and the fact that the team agrees it's time to move on from Aaron Rodgers, you'd expect a trade to come together relatively quickly. I'd say almost as quickly as when Aaron Rodgers announced on the Pat McAfee show that he wanted to continue playing football, and he wanted to play football for the New York Jets.
Yeah,
crazy.
I think since Friday, I made it clear that my intention was to play, and my intention was to play for the New York Jets.
Now, here's what's interesting.
Aaron Rodgers would be getting away with like doing all of the taboos in sports talking. Look, I'm not upset at it because I think players should be able to do these kind of things. But like, other players do not have the freedom to be like, hey, man, I not only want to be traded, I want to be traded to the Jets, and just say that. Hey, I guess legendary status has something, right? You know.
Hey, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Now, has he really earned legendary status? That is a hot take for another day.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
We treat him like he Tom, but he not Tom. I'm just saying, like we treat him like he Tom.
He not Tom, but
Tom been to like 12 Super Bowls. I'm just saying, Aaron been to what?
Is anyone Tom? No, is anyone Tom?
Hey, that's my point. Nobody's Tom, but why we act like he Tom?
The last time we covered this entire scenario, it seemed like Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers stopped focusing on trying to get Aaron Rodgers traded to the New York Jets and instead decided to take some jabs at one another. In the case of Aaron Rodgers, he pulled off one of his signature moves, leaving out very important details to create a specific narrative. In this particular case, Aaron Rodgers stated that he wished the Green Bay Packers told him that they wanted to move on from him.
When I came out of the darkness, something changed. I'm not exactly sure what that was, but something changed.
When I came out of the darkness, something changed. Come on, bro.
That sounds like a Weekend lyric. When I came about the darkness.
Give me a break.
Shout out to A-Rod, man. He making being weird mainstream. Like, you know what I mean? It used to be you get bullied for such things. Like the confidence that he said, when I came out the darkness. You know, like, Shout out to him. He talking like an anime character right now. Like,
bro, I'm replaying Kingdom Hearts. He sounds like one of the characters from Kingdom Hearts right now. I just
like,
came out the dark.
Well, what's the evil dude from Sephiroth or whatever from Final Fantasy? He sound like an evil RPG character. That's what he sound like. He sound like an RPG villain right now. Like,
bro, like, why are you going in the?
What are you wearing a black hoodie? He wore all black. Did he dye his hair?
Like, what are you doing, bro? What is going on, man?
I just think I wish that in the beginning of the offseason that had been the conversation.
But on the side of the Green Bay Packers, and here's where Aaron Rodgers is just so unapologetically himself, they tried calling Aaron Rodgers over and over again, and Aaron Rodgers would not pick up the phone.
Hey, man, he was in the darkness retreat.
Out a couple weeks ago and says phones. You basically went behind his back to shop him, and he didn't seem too pleased. From your perspective, how did the last couple months kind of transpire?
Yeah, I didn't really take his comments like that, and it's certainly not true. I mean, I think, as we got out of the off season or after the season, and we had a good conversation, and then we're going to have some follow-up conversations. And our inability to reach him or for him to respond in any way, I think at that point, then we just kind of I had to do my job and kind of reach out and understanding that a trade could be possible.
We got to find out who's lying in these situations, because this happens every time a quarterback gets traded or a big time player gets traded. The player claims that he didn't know nothing about it, and then the GMs are like, we told him about it. Who is lying in that situation? Because I feel like they both be lying. They both was telling half truths the whole time.
I feel like the truth is in the middle somewhere, and
they both be lying.
Being honest.
Because it can't be everybody don't know. It's like, you know what the GM said? Some half-true stuff. Hey, we're not moving you right now. The future is with you right now, but we're going to keep our options open. And the player's like, okay, yeah, I kind of believe that, but they knew damn well they was going to get traded once the GM says that. They know the lingo, like we know the lingo. And then they get traded, and they're like, I'm just shocked that I'm in this position, even though the rumors have been out for like 3 months about me being traded.
Packers and the New York Jets can't agree to trade compensation. This is because the Green Bay Packers made a horrific mistake last offseason when they decided to bring back Aaron Rodgers. And to be honest, anyone could have told you that. For some reason, the Green Bay Packers thought that...
All right, I want to talk about something, because we're largely not talking about the blame that the Jets have for putting themselves in this position. But I feel like they set themselves up to get licked when they decided that they was going to be trying to sign all of Aaron Rodgers' old teammates. You know what I mean?
They literally signed everybody. Anybody he wanted.
Randall Cobb, Lazard, like all these dudes. And I feel like, did they sign Mercedes Lewis too?
I think so.
Dog. Shout out to Mercedes Lewis. Keep getting the bag, man.
Yeah, man. Keep getting them checks.
You know what I mean? But this is what I'm saying. You literally gave yourself absolutely no other option than getting Aaron Rodgers before you got Aaron Rodgers when you made those moves. And the Green Bay Packers looked at it and goes, hey, look, these idiots already moved furniture in a house they didn't even close the deal on. Let's raise the price. Because they're not moving their stuff out. You know what I mean? They already installed the TV. Okay, yeah, we're going to raise the price. And the Jets are upset because the price got raised. But what you going to do, not pay it?
It's so insane to me that no one talks about how they gave themselves no leverage. No leverage at all. You have to trade for him now.
They took away all of it when they decided to do that stuff where they signed all of his former teammates. Like, what are you doing?
And him going on the Pat McAfee show and saying, I want to play for the Jets, when all the other quarterback options are gone now. The Packers are like, okay, cool. Guess what y'all got to do? Y'all got to give us whatever we ask for, or play Zach Wilson.
And ain't nobody trying to play Zach Wilson. Zach
all
Wilson
of his teammates
trying to play no more.
All of his teammates hate him and voiced it on social media. They were happy he was about to be gone. You quite literally have no other option but to give us whatever we ask for. Or you can punt the season.
This is all, like, I think honestly, this is all on Aaron Rodgers in the Jets that are making this slow down. Like, Aaron Rodgers, you did not have to tell them that the only team you want to play, you didn't have to tell everybody that you only wanted to play for the Jets. Now that that's out there, the price can be gouged, okay? Because there's one buyer. And that buyer, really depending on it, the Jets are stupid for putting the furniture in before they had the house? Why did you move the furniture in before you closed the deal on the house? That was stupid. But they're paying the price on that. And this is going to lead to the Green Bay Packers getting an incredible amount, because what else are the Jets going to do? They already have accounted for having Aaron Rodgers. You can't just suddenly not have Aaron Rodgers. They told themselves that they're not going to go after Lamar Jackson. You put yourself in this position.
Yeah, and the thing people don't understand is Green Bay already said, no, we're good with Jordan Love. Like, we're cool. Like, we're good. We don't have to trade him at all. If you want him, pay the price for him. But if you don't want to pay the price, we'll just keep him.
And the most important thing, if you don't want to pay the price in New York, we will find somebody who will.
Rodgers would absolutely want to play for this franchise. San Francisco 49ers. They have Trey Lance coming off a broken ankle. They've got Brock Purdy, and they signed Sam Darnold. They do not have a quarterback right now.
And Pat McAfee and company actually could buy that this is happening, or this is all a collaborative effort to really show the Jets how much leverage the Packers have. So, according to all of these sources, the San Francisco 49ers might be interested in swinging a trade for Aaron Rodgers. Now, here's what's interesting about the situation. One, San Francisco 49ers were interested in Aaron Rodgers 2 seasons ago when they were about to trade up to the number 3 overall pick for Trey Lance during the 2021 NFL draft. They originally called the Green Bay Packers to see whether or not they'd be interested in trading Aaron Rodgers for the number 3 overall pick. So,
do you think there's any chance that that Aaron Rodgers is not going to get 2 first-round picks in a trade compensation?
No.
Yeah, I don't care what he's done. It's still Aaron Rodgers. You're going to trade
so,
picks.
Like, if you're trying to get Aaron Rodgers without giving up at least 1 first, like I feel like bare minimum, you got to give up at least 1 first and multiple seconds.
Because you're not just trading for Aaron Rodgers, the player. You're trading for Aaron Rodgers, the myth, the legend of Aaron.
The
Rodgers,
legend
right?
of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're trading for that too, right? And that's why you would do something like sign all his friends to the team, right? Remember when the Cavs signed LeBron James, and then like all of a sudden we became the Miami Heat plus Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving. Like we had Mike Miller on the team, we had James Jones on the team,
LeBron's boys.
Yeah,
all LeBron's boys was on the team.
But you notice the Cavs didn't do that till after LeBron James signed the contract. Like every time a team does this, where they do this thirsty thing where they're like, oh, we're gonna sign Aaron Rodgers as quarterback coach to be our head coach, and that's gonna get our boy here. And that didn't work out for Denver, did it? That didn't work out well for them, right? Like every time somebody does this thirsty stuff to try to attract. Remember when the Heat drafted Shadaz Napier to keep LeBron, and LeBron left? Like, remember that?
This is my thing. He clearly wasn't as productive as he had been last season. Like there was clearly a like visible drop off in production. But even with a visible drop off in production for Aaron Rodgers, he is still vastly better than Zach Wilson. Like it's not even close.
Yeah, and he's an upgrade over Zach Wilson. I have questions on if this whole thing's going to work out in the long run. But if you're the Jets and you think that you weren't going to have to pay a big price for him,
I don't get that.
How?
I don't get that.
Like, if that's what's holding this up, if the Packers are just asking for normal quarterback trade prices and the Jets are the ones like, I don't want to pay that. Well, then you deserve to have another team come in there and take him away from you, because you're going to be so thirsty for him that you sign all of his friends to contracts on the team, but not thirsty enough to give up a first-round pick for him or 2. Well, what are you doing?
Like, you have multiple seconds. Like if they just said, "Hey, we'll give you our first, our second, and then the second they got from the Browns in the Elijah Moore trade for Aaron Rodgers right now," the Packers will probably be like, "All right, we'll take it."
They have Brock Purdy, who reportedly looks like he's playing with a robot arm. At least that's what we're hearing. They also have Trey Lance, who didn't necessarily look that prolific when he was on the field, but of course he's still relatively young and
3 first-round picks.
Still has a lot of.
They traded 3 first-round picks for that. We talk about Aaron Rodgers They traded 3 first-round picks for Trey Lance.
Developing to do. And more recently, they went ahead and signed Sam Darnold. Now, the Green Bay Packers want a first-round pick, and the New York Jets don't want to give up a first-round pick, especially not the 13th overall pick. So all of the San Francisco 49ers...
Yo, if that's what's holding up this trade, the Jets are stupid. Like,
come on, man. The price is the price. The price is the price. You're either gonna pay it or you're not gonna pay it.
This idea that you could just like get franchise-changing quarterbacks for free, it's like crazy. It's like, when does that ever happen? Like, there's no reasonable price.
Like, bro, you are so deep into this now, you cannot turn back now. Like, this can't be the holdup. This can't be the holdup for the deal. Is you not want to give up that first round pick? Like, you are way, way too deep into this. Half your roster thinks he's going to be the quarterback now. Like, more than half your roster. Pretty much everybody on that team thinks Aaron Rodgers is going to be our quarterback.
How do you go into the idea that you're going to trade for Aaron Rodgers and not understand that that's going to cost you a first-round pick? That's the thing, right? Like, come on, man. That's ridiculous. Like, the idea that you're going to be able to get Aaron Rodgers for Matt Ryan prices is drunk. It is drunk. Like, it is drunk.
And my thing is this, like, it would have been different if they were playing this game and like Derek Carr was still available or Jimmy Garoppolo or whoever was still available. If you had options, if you had like other legitimate quarterback options, I could understand trying to play hardball like this. Dog, you have no alternative. Your alternative is Zach Wilson. Like, that's not an alternative to me. That's not an alternative. You have no other. You quite literally have no other choice because if Zach Wilson starts next season, everybody gonna get fired. Like, everybody gonna get fired.
Well, they do have an option. They can go out and get a dynamic quarterback, an MVP quarterback. You know what I'm talking about? Cam. They gonna end up with Cam Newton. They keep playing around. They gonna end up starting Cam Newton. They keep playing around.
Would you rather have Cam right now? Or
100% Cam Newton. It's not even close. I would even blink an eye. Cam would start. Are you kidding me? 60% of Cam is better than 100% of Zach Wilson.
Man, 50% of Cam is better.
Cam's just, come on.
Zach Wilson stinks.
He's bad. He's really bad. He got outplayed by Joe Flacco last year.
He stinks, bro. Like Jets fans don't deserve. I'm sorry, they do not deserve that. No one deserves to watch that every week.
Yeah, he's bad. Like, he's Brandon Whedon bad.
Number 2 overall pick.
And everybody knew that wasn't going to be good. Well, not everybody. We had the people who fall in love with Will Levis that fell in love with him. But like, all the people that we know that like kind of be semi-right about this stuff was like, okay, that's not going to work. Like, he was getting Johnny Manziel comps coming out of college. Like, what made anybody think that was going to work? But the Jets' bad decisions aside, why is this the holdup? I don't know. If this is, I have to say, I think the Jets are pretty dumb for letting this be the holdup. But that's this episode of Q and Colb. Y'all have a great day. Have a good night.